From a mysterious glowing object splitting into two captured by pilots to an unidentified object resembling a classic flying saucer, you are about to witness some really interesting UFO videos that will absolutely blow your mind. Hello everyone, this is Aiden Johnson and you're watching Classified Sightings. On 31st of December on New Year's Eve, a group of friends found themselves in an otherworldly encounter. Ian Kirkwood, who recorded this entire event, was enjoying the New Year celebration along with his friends, as they were mesmerized by the aerobatic performance displayed by Paul Bennett. After the event was over, Ian was going through the photos of the performance when accidentally looked up at the sky and witnessed something bizarre. A mysterious orange light was seen silently flying across the sky from east to west. Determined to document this mysterious occurrence, Ian managed to snap a few photos and a short video. Ian said, "What I saw in real life didn't quite match up with what showed up on my phone screen. It was like my camera couldn't fully capture the weirdness of what we witnessed. Trust me, it was really something." He also said that the object was relatively flying at the helicopter speed. However, what's interesting about this object was that it was flying completely soundless. There was technically no sound coming out of the object. Now, the reason why it couldn't be a helicopter is, if you observe closely, there were no signs of white, red, or green navigational lights, but most importantly, no rotor blades can be seen either. So, that completely rules out the possibility of it being a helicopter. So, could it be a drone? I don't think so. Because you see, upon closer inspection, the object in the video appears to look like some sort of round, spherical, glowing light that seems to have no propellers either. Also, you can see the object sometimes flicker and get bigger in size a bit, and then comes back to its original shape. Now, as far as I'm aware, drones don't do that. And if they don't, does it mean that Ian encountered something truly extraterrestrial in the skies of Newcastle? Or do you think this was all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. But, as you know, when it comes to bright lights in the sky, this is not the only sighting. A video that comes all the way from Poland has been driving social media crazy. Though the incident took place in 2019, it has really made its way into the hands of skeptics and UFO enthusiasts. The video shows a group of bright lights in the sky that seem to be hovering above the ocean. What's interesting to see is that the lights actually move in a really bizarre way, and it's one of the best UAP footage that I have ever seen. When you take a closer look, you can see that one of the lights seems to fly down from the rest of the lights. The person who recorded it said that the lights were constantly flickering and that they had never seen anything like this before. A few seconds into the video, the lights disappear completely for around 22 seconds, only to reappear in a more strange position. Earlier, the shape looked like some sort of a circle. Now, they're all in a vertical straight line. All of them seem to be flickering in the sky. Also, there appear to be two giant lights that seem to be dropping the rest of them down towards the ground. The two lights stay up in the sky for about 40 seconds, until all of them disappear completely. The person reported that this entire incident took place for about 3 minutes, and everyone near the ocean were left absolutely amazed as to what they just witnessed. Another video from Poland that happened in 2017 over the Campinos forest has also gathered quite the attention from the local public. The video here shows an unknown object hovering in the sky. Now, the first thing that comes to your mind is, okay, that's definitely the sun, right? Well guys, to be honest, I agree to that as well. At first, of course. But in just under 2 minutes, this unidentified flying object starts to get smaller in size as it travels far away in distance. And man, I have never seen sun move that fast. Also, what sets this object apart is its remarkable ability to mimic the color of the sun itself. However, when you look at its shape, that doesn't look like the sun. The object seemed to be a bit flat-shaped and emitting some sort of aura from its bottom. Also, its shape kinda starts to change as if the object is rotating. What this is definitely not our sun. Now, this video seems pretty similar to another incident that took place in the skies of Ontario, Canada. A video that surfaced online back in 2016 shows two glowing disc-shaped objects, one next to the other, hovering in the sky silently when something truly remarkable happens. The objects look completely made out of light, and while they're up there hovering still in the sky, all of a sudden one of the light disappears. Pretty wild, right? A few seconds later, another disappears completely without leaving a trace. The appearance of these UFOs has sent shockwaves through the community, particularly because these types of sightings are often witnessed in places like Russia and China. Yet, here they are, in the Canadian skies. UFO enthusiasts believe that we have witnessed a glimpse of alien technology. Others, however, believe that this was trick of a light or it could be CGI. Some suggest that this was actually a reflection of light on the window from the person's room. However, some argue that if that was the case, then there would be more things reflecting on the window instead of only the lights itself. But even though, what makes this sighting unique is how fast these mysterious objects disappear, like somebody just snapped a switch or something like that. It's incredible to think that these objects could be hiding in plain sight all this time. So, was it truly a reflection of light, or was it something else entirely? You decide. When it comes to the typical UFOs, the first thing that comes to your mind is the flying saucer, isn't it? Well, the video that I'm about to show you is one of the best flying saucer videos that I've ever seen. On July 3rd, 2009 in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, a remarkable incident was caught on camera. And like I always say, the older the video, the more convincing it is, as the technology wasn't that great back then to fake the footage. Mark Preston, the man behind the video, shows an object flying across the Arizona sky that looks like the classic flying saucer. Mark, along with his family, said that the object completely defied explanation, as its movement was beyond ordinary and that he had never seen anything like that before. The mysterious object seems to be hovering and rotating in the sky with no signs of propulsion or smoke coming out of it. It's just there, hovering in the sky. Some suggested that its movement could be connected to some wires or strings that's invisible to our eyes. However, in the video, Mark did mention that there was no signs of strings or threads connected to the object. It was simply there, rotating and hovering, as if it was scanning our sky or something. As we go through it, the video seems really compelling, and the reason why I'm saying this is because, I don't know about you guys, but this object is so much similar to the tic-tac-toe UFO incident captured by the US Navy pilots. The way this object flips and moves around, man, it's so convincing. Some suggest this was a weather balloon or drones. However, considering their flight patterns and characteristics, I think weather balloons differ significantly from the object observed by witnesses. Well, it's important to consider all possibilities, but the evidence must align with known scientific principles. Only then, I guess we can accept it as a weather balloon. As for the drones, I think that's completely out of option. Because, let's be honest guys, this in no way looks like a drone, and the movement completely shows it. So, if it wasn't a weather balloon or drone, what possibly could this object be? Let me know down in the comments below. But the video that I'm about to show you now was captured by a pilot. And when it comes to pilots, I kinda consider it to be, a bit authentic. So, you see, on December 27th, 2023, high above the coastal city of Bunnell, almost at an altitude of 40,000 feet, two pilots captured something phenomenal while en route to West Palm Beach. As they flew through the skies, one of the pilots suddenly noticed a peculiar sight, a single point of light, appearing like a bright star approximately 15 to 20 degrees above the western horizon. What followed next was a mesmerizing display that left the pilots in awe. The light would randomly appear, gradually increasing in brightness until it was almost as bright as our Earth itself. Then, just as mysteriously as it appeared, the light would fade away, only to reappear after an estimated 2 to 3 minutes. This cyclical phenomenon continued for approximately 20 minutes, with the light's position remaining constant relative to the aircraft, suggesting its great distance. A few minutes later, when they were descending around 35,000 feet, one of the pilots managed to capture a rare moment, where the object kinda seemed to split up and turn into two separate objects. The pilots were absolutely left amazed by what they witnessed. What do you think is the purpose of these lights? Are they some natural phenomena that can easily be explainable, or are they something truly beyond our comprehension? I'll let you be the judge of that. And while there are many more unbelievable UFO incidents happening around the world, if you want to watch more of them, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching guys, and with that, I'll see you in the next video.